So following the Arizona Cardinals' 25-24 loss to the hands of the LA Chargers at home, Kyler Murray had this to say about his head coach, basically throwing him under the bus.
The 4th and inches call in the second quarter that resulted in interception.
Yeah.
Did you like the call? Did you feel like you had Hop?
No, it wasn't. That wasn't for Hop, actually. Schematically, I mean, we were kind of fucked.
There was a report that came out. It talked about some tension between you and coaches over the last couple of weeks, but kind of got hashed out. Where was that tension from? How tense was it, and what did you guys do to get that hashed out?
There was no tension. I think the whole thing from this whole season, it's just been kind of not the way anyone's wanted it or envisioned it to go. But between me and him, no, we're good.
And I don't like how he's doing that. I think he should keep some things privately, but it tells me he doesn't care about his head coach. And he's putting everything on the head coach, basically saying
Kyler Murray don't care about nobody but Kyler Murray. That's just a matter of the fact.
The Cardinals led by 7 points with only 18 seconds left in the game, but an Austin Eckler TD gave the Chargers an opportunity to tie the game. However, instead, LA attempted the 2-point conversion and succeeded, handing Arizona their 8th loss of the campaign. And following the game, you could tell the QB wasn't too happy, and his main gripe during the post-game interview was the decision to go for it on 4th and 1 in their own 39, as this really turned the tide on the contest. Instead of keeping the football on the ground, Kyler Murray aired the ball out to D-Hops. However, Chargers safety Derwin James read the play and intercepted the pass. The Chargers capitalized on the turnover and scored on the drive as Herbert connected with DeAndre Carter for the go-ahead score. Anyways, Kyler Murray's response stating that the ball wasn't even supposed to go to Hopkins and saying his team was schematically effed up was pretty much a dig at his head coach Cliff Kingsbury, who's been under fire in recent weeks with the team's play calling. And now former Arizona legendary corner Patrick Peterson, who currently plays in Minnesota, has come out on his podcast claiming that Murray only cares about himself. The pair played 2 seasons together in 2019 and 2020, and it appears Peterson and his co-host Brian McFadden criticized Kyler's lack of support for his head coach. There's been plenty of chatter recently about the deteriorating relationship between coach and QB, who also just so happened to be represented by the same agent, and it's causing a lot of friction in Arizona. You could already see some of the things being uncovered after last season's tremendous start, where the team went 7-0 but then proceeded to lose 6 of their last 10 remaining games, and the quick playoff exit to the Rams just compounded the terrible ending to the Cardinals season. Then things soon began to unravel even before the 2022 season kick-started, when during Kyler's contract extension negotiation, the team laughably instilled a clause in the new contract whereby the QB had to commit to 4 hours of homework a week, which basically started the whole social media trend trolling the quarterback playing video games. Add on top of that the recent blowups where he spazzed on his head coach and DeAndre Hopkins, and 2022 has just seen the QB in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Rather than discussing Kyler making strides from last season, the offense and team has just basically regressed in 2022. That said, Kyler responded to his former teammate calling out Patrick Peterson by tweeting out, "This isn't true. You on some weird shit. You got my number. If you really felt like this as a big bro or mentor, you're supposed to call me and tell me, not drag me so your podcast can grow." D-Hops liked his quarterback's tweet and responded himself stating, "You don't kick a man when he's already down." In any event, there's no denying the struggle the team has gone through this season, and there's just too much finger pointing directed at the QB, head coach, and GM. But with the Cards GM handing out the mega $230 million contract to the young QB, many in the organization and fan base are going to speculate if this was the right decision. And as of now, it doesn't appear so, as Kyler has taken a step back in 2022 as he's on pace for career low numbers on all major statistical categories.